rock and roll. All we do now, we don't like add in. Some clubs will play a little bit of rock and roll. We play only rock and roll. I like the girls that come here.
All right, we are on Disco Acid Cult TV. Protomax might as well have beat us to our own live stream.
Hello.
What have you been up to for the day?
Man, okay, so I guess let's get into it. Yeah, so who is that?
I'm gonna call you Neeb. What's up, Neeb?
I don't know if it's Florian. I don't know what his username would be. So
Actually, I'm gonna call you McGee. McGee, are you Florian?
if Florian is in the room, show yourself. Okay, maybe that's him.
I would assume
What?
so.
Okay, yeah, so today I had to let go of I guess like a longtime family friend, which really sucked. But like, I'm just so tired of being friends with like so many musicians. Like, they just fucking suck.
Wait, hold on. I have the caption. Annie's beef with musicians.
It's like not all of them, but it's like,
Well, how old are you talking about? That's the question.
well, okay, so the friend that I had to let go is like almost 40. And I feel like I always have beef with the ones that are like in their late 30s, early 40s.
Rightfully so.
The ones in their 20s, you know, or like our age, it's like okay, but it's always the older ones. It's like they're 40 going on 20 and it's like grow up. And so then just causes like a rift. And so yeah, like this old friend that I had like appeared back into my life a couple months ago, and it's just like so mentally draining. Like everything is about them and their music, and like they won't stop talking about themselves. And it's just like I just couldn't do it anymore. So I like silently like shut them out today. Um so I'm just kind of like, it's just like a bummer that I had to do that, but I'm just tired of being around people that are like so self-absorbed.
Yeah, musicians, once they hit 30, really once you hit like 27, if you're not on the road at least, you gotta pack it up. The world does need bar bands. So if you hit 30 and you're totally okay with being a cover band that plays bars, that's fine. But if you're like 30 and you're like trying to get a record deal, it's like, brother, you got to hang it up.
Well, so the thing is like he is a successful musician. Like he's touring every week all around America. His band just got signed to some label in Tennessee, so he's moving to Tennessee in like March. The band is really good. Like they play festivals with like 50,000 people. But it's like, you know what it is? He's a fucking singer. It's always the singers that are so self-absorbed. So I just can't. It's like I can be friends with like a bass player or like a drummer. They're usually pretty like cool, but like when it comes to like singers and guitarists, like sorry, but
It's
it's
true.
just
Singers and
like,
guitarists are always the arrogant ones. Bass players are always content with standing in the background. That's why they picked up the bass. And drummers are always, in my opinion, the most unique. Drummers are usually, there's like one of two kinds. If you're a drummer, you either have anger issues or you're like the most laid back person. You probably smoke a lot of weed. You know, drummers are always the guys that are like, I'm just down to jam, bro. That's why you'll find like a black guy playing drums in a metal band. Cause it's like, he probably did grow up getting into hip hop and rap, but he just likes playing drums. And it just so happened that the metal band down the street needed a drummer. So he's like, yeah, bro, I just want to play drums. And that's how you end up with like weird drummers in bands.
But like, why are they angry?
I don't know. It's that's like asking why are singers full of themselves. They just are. Like it's Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. There's a million Axl Roses out there. They just don't all have the talent that Axl Rose had. But drummers, I think, it's a stereotypical story. They wanted to beat on something to get out their aggression, so they picked up drums. The drummer of my last band, my best band that I always talk about, Ghost Stories / Champagne Girls, we had a revolving door. We had two different drummers that would come in and out. One would quit. He'd get in fights with our singer all the time, and then he would quit. And then our other drummer would join, and then he wasn't the angry type. He was the laid back type. He would be down to play drums for any band. But the first one, yeah, he would just get angry and get in fights with our singer. And musicians are weird, and yeah, you can pretty much tell like who is who by the instrument they play. Like what instrument a musician decides to learn really will tell you a lot about their personality.
Well, he's a guitar player and a singer, so it's like the worst of the worst
Yeah,
together.
drummers have the
I,
energy because they have to. It's meant like drummers have the best cardio, the best energy. It's I mean, you strap one of those step counters on a drummer before he plays a gig, and it's like they fucking ran miles.
Wait, I want to know this comment from Protomax. He says, hearing women talk about breakups with their friends is so funny.
I think because girls
Well,
do talk about breakups. Like guys, when guys aren't friends with a guy anymore, it's like it's nothing. It's just, oh, I haven't talked to him in 5 years. I don't even know what happened. But girls always
yeah.
have, we broke up. Girls have that official, like, we're not friends anymore as of this day, like today, January 21st, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Yeah,
assume.
I mean, I guess like why like I'm feeling it is like because they're a family friend and I've known them for so long. And I didn't tell them like I'm not going to be your friend. I just made like a conscious decision today to like just remove them off of social media because I was like, I don't want you seeing what I'm doing. I don't want to see what you're doing. Like you're just a really mean person. Um, so just like that just sucks mentally. I'll be fine, but
At
yeah,
least
I mean there's like lots of girls I know, yeah, that like will address to people like we're no longer friends. But no, I'm more of like I'll do it in silence and walk away and then just like feel that pain later of like we're no longer friends.
at least it's not some gay shit. Like you didn't get on here and you're like, oh, I found out this guy voted for this guy, so I can't be friends with him
Oh,
anymore.
no, no, no. No, I'm not one of those people. That's crazy. But
Uh,
there
speak,
are a lot of those people.
I was going to say on a quick side note, speaking of music, since I'm now opening up the live stream on Fridays with Dixon Cider, I've started working on a new intro for the streams. But then I realized I've got 3 weekly streams, so I'll probably just switch out just anytime. Tuesday, it'll be one of the two. Um, it probably won't be finished by Friday, but I did find a song in my archive of old recorded demo songs that I'm going to use for it that I think is kind of cool. I think this is finally gonna be the intro where I get to put a girl making sex noises in it. You know how in all the intros, it's always a song, but there's the few seconds before where there's like an audio clip of someone saying something.
Yeah.
Like in this one, he's like, "Oh, all the girls come here. We play rock music." And but I've always wanted to do. It's like White Zombie and Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie always has a girl making sex noises in his songs. It's kind of like that edgy thing. So I think this one, because I'm sure Dixon Cider is totally down to be on a live stream where the intro has a girl making sex noises in it. So I'm finally gonna stick that in this intro and get that out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't played music in fucking years. I haven't even picked up a guitar. I have one acoustic guitar left in the closet behind me, and it's probably in terrible shape because it's just been in that closet for years. But
But yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I guess like guys and chicks are just like so fucking different. So like I hung out with this person recently, like with a group of friends, and like he shows up and he's got like a bunch of hickeys on his neck. And I was like, oh, like what happened there? And he was like, because he tours all the time and he had just gotten back from like a couple shows in Arizona. And he was like, yeah, I just was in Arizona and I just like there was a girl out there. So she was like, I just hooked up with her like for the whole weekend and I shouldn't have done it. Like I feel really gross about it, but it is what it is. And I'm like, why do you do that? I mean, I know that's just like what guys do, but I'm like, why are you telling me I shouldn't have done that? I know I shouldn't have done that. Um,
We've all been there.
so yeah,
Dude, we've been
I
there
know.
like minutes afterward. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Shit piss. My favorite Rob Zombie-ism when it comes to his simple lyrics is in his song The Great American Nightmare that features Howard Stern. The main line of the chorus is motherfucker. It's yeah, motherfucker. Who do you love? Motherfucker. No one else can make an entire song with their main lyric being something like yeah or motherfucker besides Rob Zombie. You don't go to Rob Zombie for heartbreak songs. That's kind of what I like about him. If your girlfriend dumps you, you're not going to find solace in a Rob Zombie song. That
I
post
like that post nut clarity, but like, okay, yeah, I guess so.
it's true.
I
That's
guess
it.
like as a woman, it's like, why don't you have that clarity beforehand? Like you're just not seeing
It's got to be
like
different
if
for girls because
like if it's
girls
but like
do
okay,
that
so yeah, no, go
multiple
ahead.
times. No, I was
Yeah.
just saying. I at least I'm sure not all. I don't know. In my experience, girls, and this is not me trying to hype anything up. Girls do that multiple times throughout. So guys do it once and then the clarity hits. So
Yeah.
with girls, do they hit clarity like 4 times in the same? I don't know.
Well, I feel like girls have the clarity like before it even happens. Because what
Yeah,
I'm saying, like, okay, so if you see like an ugly chick at the bar and you know she's ugly, but you go for her, and then afterwards you're like, shit, I shouldn't have done that because she's so ugly. But you knew she was ugly beforehand. So I don't know. I mean,
yes, James Hetfield is also a good yeah guy. Love Metallica. Uh, McGee. I also love Rob Zombie. My absolute favorite for the most part. Yeah, ban him to hell. Yeah, girls. Well, because girls kind of actually choose. There's that classic song by The Maine. Still one of the most relevant lines of all time. Off their debut album, I think 2008. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. It's either 2007 or 2008. Girls do what they want, boys do what they can. So, you know, never a more relevant line has been spoken in music history. But yeah, girls, I would imagine, don't have post nut clarity because they're kind of picking and choosing who they want, whereas guys are, I think, trying to pick and choose what they want. But along the lines, yeah, sometimes you're going to find yourself at 2 a.m. at the bar and there's a
yeah, but
fat
here's the
chick.
thing is like girls, like they don't have the post nut clarity because most women don't orgasm like
Yeah,
from sex. So
yeah,
you just know right off the bat, like if it's a yes or a no.
yeah.
So
I Yeah, I guess that is true. I'm sure a lot of girls don't. They either don't or they fake it. Or I got really lucky with Calamity Jane. I swear to God, I forget, Annie, that you're a girl sometimes, and then I get into conversations like this.
no, it's okay.
Calamity Jane, I got really lucky with. She was one of those ones that was easy. That's who I was referring to when I say she would do that like multiple times throughout the evening. She was easy to get to that point is like the most
Yeah.
polite way I can put it. So that's why I would think there probably are other girls that can do that too. That do just multiple times throughout the night. But
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really had a good like post nut clarity story because most of the girls I've hooked up with, that's not true. That girl Chantel, actually, that is a perfect example of post nut clarity, especially the last time after she'd put on a lot of weight. I was not. And I wasn't even excited about that going into it. I just was, my buddies had been telling me like, "Bro, you gotta take down a 3 once in a while to get that confidence back up." But that doesn't work for
Wow.
me 'cause that drags my confidence down when you take down a 3. That's how it works for me. I got more bummed after the fact. But,
Yeah.
that's why women who are horse scare me, you know better. Yeah, yeah. The Maine. Yeah, dude, The Maine is awesome. The Maine is one of those rare bands from that era too that stuck around and they're still going and they still do some good stuff. I like a lot of their recent releases. I wanted to get back up to here really quick. Protomax
Um,
said something. Hickeys,
it's true. Oh
Hick,
yeah.
Hickeys as a grown ass adult is fucking crazy. There's actually a picture of me and Calamity Jane when we went on our first road trip to Seattle, which was, like, 2014, 2015, so I was, like, 21 at the time, and one of our pictures that we took in front of, the shore, like, the shore it was like a scenic picture in Seattle by the ocean, but I had a hickey, and that was probably the last time as a full-grown adult I had a hickey, and even then, I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm 21, like, you couldn't have, like, laid off, come on."
Wait,
But
I like this comment, 3 threes is a 9.
yeah, see, that doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me like that, that just it bums me out even more. Just go down like a man. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I have male friends that, like, have just, like, fucked fat chicks
Oh
just because
god.
they're so desperate, and then
Second.
they immediately regret it, but I'm like, "Really? Like, that's
Yeah, I
crazy."
couldn't do it. I made out with a fat chick when I was, like I was either 17 or 18, and she was 21, and she bought me beer. So I put her out of her misery. Making out with her was, like, the most I was willing to do.
But
I
you've
actually left Django. We went to see Django in theaters when that movie came out, and I left with this girl. Her name was Adriana. And, I left with her because she told me she'd buy me beer if I messed around with her. So, yeah. So I missed Django, which I love. I love that movie. Kind of a bummer that I missed it in theater for this, fat girl, but I did get a 40, so whatever.
but, like, you've never done, like, online dating too, where you get, like, catfished for, like, a fat chick?
Yeah, no. I had Tinder for, like, a week one time, and I was like, "Dude, this is fucking miserable." I'd
Yeah,
rather just be alone.
I think I've been, like, partially catfished once. I went out with someone, like, 10 years ago with, like, online dating, and then, like, the guy showed up and he was at least, like, 100 pounds heavier than his pictures, and he admitted he was like, "Oh, yeah, my pictures are from 5 years ago." And I was like, "That's, like, really fucked up, like, you should update that."
That is the
Um,
worst. I'm down for people having old pictures, but also have new pictures just so I can see the timeline, you know?
but here's the thing, like, if you have old pictures, like, that's okay, but at least still look like that.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
too, yeah.
like, yeah, I don't mind, yeah. If he had showed up looking like that and still said, "Oh, yeah, my pictures are old," like, I'm still not gonna tell the difference. So, whatever.
Yeah, Tinder is
Never
it was just terrible. I got no matches the whole week.
I think, like, I've mentioned this story maybe, like, a while ago, but yeah, the craziest catfishing, scenario happened to one of my friends. She met a guy online, showed up, and the guy was a complete 100% burn victim, and he had used his twin brother's photos to lure women in because he was like, "I can't get anybody online," like full on, like, war victim, it was fucked. And she said to him, she was like, "That's really fucked up with you, but, like, best of luck," and she left. I'm like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, that is terrible, and she shouldn't it's good that she didn't feel bad. It sounds like Potomac has kind of a similar one, jaw surgery that they
Oh,
fucked
that's
up.
crazy.
Yeah, you can't feel bad for them because you know, it's like victims victimizing other people in a weird way, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it, you're a burn victim, I'm sure your life is rough, I feel bad for you, but you can't be catfishing people, like, you just can't. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I got
feel
I
like
got I got no matches the whole week I was on Tinder. I'm pretty sure I got no matches from what I
yeah,
remember.
I don't know, all that stuff is just, like, so weird, and so, I feel like there's, like, no effort. I feel like girls on there are trying to find, like, the love of their lives
Well, I see a lot
through an app.
people say that girls don't even go on there to get dates, they just go on there to kind of get some attention and get some nice messages from like, that's just kinda what they do now, like, "Oh, I want some guy to compliment me today," so they swipe on Tinder.
Yeah, but, like, from what I've seen with my friends is, like, some of the like, these guys, they send, like, weird messages, like, it's not even polite anymore. It's like, they'll say something completely outrageous. Like, I think, like, one that comes to mind is I saw a message someone got, and the guy was like, "Hey, can I watch you take a shit?" Like, not like, "Hi," like, it's something And I think they're doing that to, like, try to, like,
Stand
get
out.
yeah, to, like, get attention and then start a conversation. But, of course, like, the woman is like, "Ew," and then, block.
I
So
I saw a post that I sent to my buddy Marco, and I'm want to get him to try it because he's the friend of mine that would try it. I saw a post that said some guy somewhere made a Tinder and he put in his bio that he had been previously arrested and charged and convicted with beating his wife. And he got a shit ton of matches, and the girls were messaging him, and they were like, "I'm just curious. You got to tell me about this story. So what's up with these charges?" Like, yeah, he just got a shit ton messages from these girls.
That's
So
crazy.
that is something that I think guys should try. You go on there, say that you've got some domestic abuse charges against you. Damn, what was the term that Dirty White Boy was saying on here? It was like domestic violence or something. He was talking about
I don't know.
his gamer tag back in the day was like domestic violence.
There you go. Yeah, no, I could see that. I just saw a reel, like, yesterday, and it was this woman saying how, like, girls need to go for, like, guys that look like they could be serving, like, a 20-year sentence in prison, whether or not they're, like, a good person or not, because then people around them are afraid of them. And she was saying, we need to stop having these fucking, like, pretty boy, just LGBTQ guys, like, we need, like, scary looking men.
Yeah. It's funny
So,
how girls have kinda
yeah.
doomed themselves. Like, now you see these posts of girls that are like, "Oh, all the men in my radius now are, like, faggots. Like,
Yeah.
where are the
The
tough
the
guys?"
women have now become men, so it's just
Oh, hell yeah. "McGee's been to jail?" This is the kind of audience I want here on
what?
this channel. I've done one night myself, which is still very
Wait,
confusing to me.
Florian, what did you do?
Oh, South African jail too,
Oh,
that's
that's
even
even
more
worse
badass.
too. Oh god, that's so bad.
Dude, please tell me you got a cocaine connect in the South African jail.
That's fucked.
Shit, be getting matches left and right.
That's
Shit
crazy.
pissed you got some charges to drop on the Tinder. Yeah, see, you guys probably do well on Tinder. Yeah, I did bad.
But,
Co
like, who's still on Tinder? Like, I would assume there's a lot of, like, obese people.
I think
Like
now it's kinda just more like a social media site in itself, it seems like now from what I understand, and now people also use, like, Bumble and Hinge, people kind of branch
yeah.
out and do all of them. Tinder is just kind of the first one that came up, and now everyone uses all of them. I still would like to
Yeah.
do I think I joked about it with Proto Max. I would like to make a fake Grinder account. There's no way I could actually make it work because it'd be impossible to send them the link to the stream without them knowing something was up, but make a fake Grinder account, match with a guy or whatever it is on there, and then be like, "Hey, let's FaceTime." And then when they get on, we're here on the stream, and I point and laugh at them and call them gay or something. But they'd be suspicious, like, why'd you send me a link to this website called Restream, you know? And
Yeah. No, that's good. Hinge is the most popular one. Aren't there, like there's, like, paid ones too.
I
And
think
then
they all
there's
have paid options.
but there's also ones where it's, like, invite only. I don't know what those ones are called, but I've heard of those.
Have you heard of the one for famous people?
No, what's that?
This will actually be a great segue into the next topic. There's one that's for famous people. It's where Tommy Lee and Brittany Furlan met. What's it called? Um, Raya,
Yeah, that's
Raya.
the one that's invite only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for, like, celebrities if they
Yeah.
wanna do dating. Yeah, that's how Tommy Lee and Brittany Furlan met. They both went on Raya and met each other, which is honestly so gay to think about Tommy Lee being on a dating site or whatever. All of them
If
offer
you are
paid subscriptions if you are down bad. Yeah, you've gotta be real down bad to be paying for, like, Tinder Gold or whatever it was.
Tinder Gold.
I was a murderer with a meth addict. I was with a murderer. A murderer and a meth addict, or a murderer slash meth addict?
Or he was with a murderer and he was a meth addict.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. You have to elaborate.
Yes, South
Yeah, but,
African
like,
jail.
maybe like 2 years ago, I went to Vegas with Nick and my cousin, and he like had just gotten out. My cousin had like just gotten out of like a 10-year relationship, and he was like, I've never seen a guy act like this before, but it was like every woman that walked by us, he was like, would they have sex with me? Do you think they would have sex with me? Like he would say that out loud, and it got to a point where it just felt so like rapey and disgusting. And I remember we were like walking down the strip, and there were a group of women walking. It was like a bachelorette party, and he just like walked up to them as they're like having their like, girls moment walking together, and he was like, "Hey, where are you guys going?" And I was like, "Dude, you can't just like say that." And he was like, "Well, I want to get laid." And I'm like, "Well, that's not how you get laid." Just approach a woman walking on the streets.
This is the
"Hey,
guy
where
that
are
just
you
got
going?"
out of a 10-year long deal.
Yeah. And then so what ended up happening is like Nick and I got so fed up because it was so creepy. It was like we went out to dinner, and there was like a group of girls sitting nearby, and he went over to them asking them what they were doing. Eventually he went on Tinder in Vegas, and he found a fat girl, and then he hooked up with the fat girl, and then immediately texted saying he regretted doing that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess sometimes
People
the
don't talk
fat
about how much game you lose. I mean, 10 years, that's crazy. I was with Calamity Jane for almost 5 years, and especially considering I met her when I was 21and we broke up, like, just days before I turned 26. You're not talking to girls. You're not brushing up on your game because 'cause you're with your girlfriend and then with the person that you plan to spend forever with, so you're just not working on shit, and then you break up, and then you're like, "Oh, like, I can't just fart in front of girls now. Like, I gotta I I can't say faggot in front of certain girl I gotta watch the way I talk now," and then you just give up. Once you hit my point, you just give up. It's just, if the
and
YouTube
start fucking
channel
fatties. No.
yeah, if the YouTube channel does not take off, then there's just no hope for me, but that's why I gotta hope the new intro for the Friday streams hits real harder or some bizarre shit.
I mean,
Just
you
get more
kind of got to
attention.
do like that guy on the whatever podcast where he invites like a grip of like just bizarre women, and then you grill them.
Well, I wanna
You
go
know.
on that's, like, one of my, like, career goals with YouTube. If I hit 10K, I think Protomax was saying I should do it after if I ever hit 10K. I wanna try to get on the whatever podcast. I wanna go on that shit so fucking bad. It's the modern day Jerry Springer, it is the modern day
Yeah.
trashy daytime talk show, and I have to participate. I wanna get in on it. Dude, even after I hit, like, 1,000 subscribers, I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
try to message, that guy Brian and be like, "Dude, you gotta let me come on the fucking" dude, I would love to go on
Yeah,
that
but you
shit.
could even do it now. He takes like people from all walks of life.
Yeah, but the guys, I feel like, have to have kind of a name. Like, he takes girl of course, any girl can get on. Like, you honestly could probably honestly, you'd be a
I
great
would
because 'cause you're
never
kinda
do
witchy and you've
that.
got the tattoos. Brian and that guy would
Yeah.
love to talk shit to you for your face tattoos, you know?
Yeah, but like I would never, but yeah, I mean the thing is like I agree with everything that he says though. So, you know, like when these women are like, "I think I'm a 10," and then he like scans to the camera and he's like, "No, they're not."
It is funny
It's
when it is funny
like
it is funny when he stares at the camera and does that, when I think I sent you that clip of that girl that was rapping or something.
yes, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
McGee, you're pretty much in the same boat as me. I'm 32. I turn 33 later this year. You just gotta start a YouTube channel and hope you get famous. That's really the only
Wait, but Florian, weren't you just in like a long-term thing? What happened? We need
see, but that means
details.
he's now at the point that I was at. He didn't get to brush up on his game for all those years because he was in a long-term thing, and, you lose all that time, and like I said, in your 20s, too, that's, like, your prime time. So I hate to say I wasted my prime, but, like, my best head of hair went to Calamity Jane, and my best abs, like, natural abs without working out, like, my peak physical dude, I was a lion back then. I was fucking 21. I've told this story before how when I met her, like, I was freshly 21, and I finally decided, like, I'm gonna have what girls call the hoe phase. Like, I'm just gonna start fucking running through girls. I'm just gonna do this. That's why I made the Tinder. And she happened to be victim number 1, but then I happened to like it a lot, so I just stayed with her for 5 years. But, yeah, and then especially in my case, since I got on drugs, my peak went downhill fast. But yeah, no, when you're with a girl for a long time in your 20s, like, you better make that shit work, or else you're gonna have to try to get famous on YouTube. Like, that is always the plan B. Just buy a podcast microphone. Um,
Well, I think you should just email that guy now. Get
well,
onto his show.
I couldn't even afford to fly out there if he invited me on right now.
Where is he located?
I think Santa Barbara.
Oh,
So, I mean, it wouldn't
really?
be a lot.
Okay.
I could get there reasonably,
You
but,
could drive. It's like a couple hours.
I actually would like to drive. Not by myself, but
Yeah.
if I had someone to go with, I would be down
You
to
could
make the
go with
drive.
Protomax. You
Yeah, I guess
guys
that's
could
true.
go
But,
together.
I'll at least wait to hit 1,000 subs. If I hit 1,000 subs, I'll message him and say, "Hey, dude, you gotta let me come on." I'll send him clips of me calling girls whores or something and be like, "Dude,
Where are
I've"
you at? Where are you at now?
703.
Okay, so not bad.
And I
Get there.
notice every time I upload a short, today's YouTube short actually flopped pretty bad, but usually when I upload shorts, they've been doing hit or miss, but some of them have been doing well and some of them have been gaining subscribers from the shorts, which is funny. It doesn't translate to live stream viewers, which I didn't plan on them, but 6 hours is a beautiful drive. Yeah, I'd have to go with Protomax if I went on the whatever podcast. But yeah,
See, there you go.
if I hit 1,000 subs, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna message him and say, "Hey, dude, you gotta let me come on." I don't know what side I would take. Well, I'd probably end up being like a in the middle guy. I know for a fact I would mostly side with the guys, but like once in a while, I'll side with the girls. I think.
Yeah.
I would want to get on there. I don't know. You don't get to pick who else is on there with you, but I would like to get on there when that
Well,
the king of debate, bro, that Andrew Wilson guy is on. That would be awesome to
it
watch.
says that to get on the show, you have to just DM him.
Yeah, yeah. You just message him on Instagram.
It's gonna be like fucking Jax all over again, where they just don't answer.
Yeah. Oh, let's do it on TikTok. Let's do it on TikTok. It doesn't even read my fucking
Yeah.
message.
It'd be exactly like that.
God, I'm never gonna get to interview that guy. He still follows me on Instagram, so
Well, that's good.
like, there's
I'm
always
sure
a chance.
he's probably just busy in his own world.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's always a
So
chance, but yeah, it turns out the interview he wanted to do was not the type of interview that I was talking about, where we actually sit down for like an hour and do an interview that I record and edit. He just wants me to show up on his TikTok live stream. I just got out of a 5-year deal and she already has a new guy. I wanted to wait for her. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
do you think she was seeing the new guy before the breakup?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I always forget that my circumstance involves heroin, which is like the great uh X Factor wild card. So whenever people are like, "Yeah, I just got out of a 5-year thing," I'm like, "Oh, I know exactly. Oh, wait a minute. No, my story involves drugs. So it's a little different." Go on with Gorlock the Destroyer. I would love to go on
Yeah.
with Gorlock the Destroyer. Dirty White Boy would be hyped if
You
I
know
got to
what?
meet
It's
Gorlock.
it's crazy to me like that people like that still exist because I feel like now that we have all these GLP-1s, there's really no excuse to have that level of obesity. And I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but it's like how many people that are obese are obese because of like a health problem. Usually, isn't it from just like not taking care of yourself and overeating?
Yeah, a majority of the time it's from just
So it's just crazy. I was like thinking about this recently because like I know some people that are like so heavy set and I just kind of wonder, and they've been heavy set for like most of their lives, and I just kind of wonder like there's no reason to be like that anymore. Like we have so much, like modern medicine has just like flourished. So you can be your best self. So like why not do that?
because even that's too
It's
much effort. Like if you tell the person
it's
don't eat
Like, it's
bread every day and go to the doctor. Even that is too much for them
like,
to
it's
like. It's
too much to,
ridiculous.
like, take a shot every day to, like, you know, not be hungry as much. I don't know. It's you
I'm
know.
sure a lot of girls do have plans before they break up. Again, I know my case is like the odd case where like drugs get involved, but yeah, I do see a lot of stories about people that are together for years and then the girl always, and it's always the girl nowadays too. That's kind of one of the sad things about social media. Like back when I was in high school, like you and a girl broke up and you were both kind of down and out for months. But now the girl just immediately just gets on Instagram and there's a new guy, or gets on Twitter
But
or
that's
whatever and
because,
there's a new
as we
guy.
were talking about with online dating, it's so easy to, like, find a person.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
for
can
girls,
find an
for girls.
Yeah, you could find a new boyfriend in 5 minutes. It's, like,
Yeah.
very simple
And I
if
think a
you're
lot of girls do
desperate
that shit.
enough. Yeah.
There's also the theory, I've heard a theory, and obviously this wouldn't apply for everyone. It's probably rare, and I'm going to talk about like narcissists, but I'm not talking about when girls say, "Oh, my ex-boyfriend was a narcissist," because every girl thinks their ex-boyfriend was a narcissist. Except, in my case, it actually is fitting. I definitely think when I was on drugs, I had a lot of like narcissistic traits. But there's this theory that whenever you're like whenever somebody is with an actual narcissist, they will stay with them for years, and there's, like, a point where they'll kind of mentally break up with them, but they'll just stay with them because they've just been there for years. So I learned about this from there's this podcast that talks about Howard Stern specifically, and they basically just roast Howard Stern and all the new stuff that he's doing, and there was a series they did diagnosing Howard Stern's narcissism, and they had a student who was studying psychology in college on the show, and he was saying, yeah, Howard Stern is like a very classic narcissist, and in the early days of Howard Stern, he was married to his first wife, Beth. I think it was no, I can't remember. It was Allison, his first wife, Allison, and they basically got divorced, like on air. Not actually like got divorced on air, but I mean like the whole saga of their marriage played out because Howard was always dragging her on air to do the radio show, and basically throughout the course of a few years, everyone kind of saw their relationship fall apart. And this guy was saying, yeah, you can tell at a certain point, like she mentally breaks up with him because she's just tired of dealing with his fucking narcissism. But because it's just like so normal and she's just stayed for so long, they'll stay for this long. And then by the time they actually do officially break up, it's going to look bad on her part because people are going to think that, oh, she broke up and got with another guy right away. But actually, what happened is she, in her mind, kind of mentally has broken up with him, months ago or years ago in some cases. But now
Yeah.
she finally actually got the divorce or whatever. So there are rare cases like that. But like I said, keep in mind, whenever a white girl nowadays says her ex boyfriend was a narcissist, 11 times out of 10, I don't fucking believe it. Unless I'm the ex boyfriend and I'm on drugs, then, I don't really care. Okay, hold on. Since we are on like relationship kind of topics now, this actually is also a good segue. The Pamela Anderson thing.
Yes.
So, here I actually have a link pulled up. Pamela Anderson said something in an interview. She gave some comments basically saying that her and Tommy Lee are not friends anymore. That goes for non-narcissistic couples too. Yeah. She says she hasn't spoken to Tommy Lee in a long time. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically she just says her and Tommy Lee don't talk and they're not friends, and she thinks it's Brittany Furlan's fault. She says that Tommy Lee is very dedicated to his wife. He's a real romantic, and he probably doesn't want to cause any waves. And she says, I don't know, but I don't like it. So the interview kind of paints her out to be like, oh, poor her. She wants to be friends with Tommy Lee, but oh, evil Brittany Furlan won't let him be. And it's like, well, wait, I wouldn't want my fucking husband talking to his ex. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want my
Uh,
girlfriend being friends with her exes. I understand they have kids together, but their kids are adults, I think. I think they're pretty full grown. They're not doing co-parenting anymore. I don't really see a need for them to be friends.
I don't know. I think I would side on her side. I mean, there's like a level of friendship. Like, I think it's okay if she needs to occasionally reach out to him or like, just wants to check in, but not like be chummy, and you see each other all the time. But I do think it's fair because they were, weren't they together for a while, and they do have
Uh,
a family together, whether or not, however old those kids are, I don't think that really matters. I just think, I don't know,
yeah.
like the Brittany doing that, it's giving jealous. That's what I think. But yeah,
Whoa,
that's
hold
just
on.
how I feel.
I just got a text message, and I think um have I ever talked about her on stream before? Do you guys remember me ever talking about when I was hooking up with this like young 22-year-old girl and she used to annoy the shit out of me and we had a thing for a few months?
The girl with the boyfriend?
No, it was the girl before that.
Maybe.
I think she died.
Oh. Oh no. How?
I think this is the first time a girl I've hooked up with has died. Yeah, is there any other girl I used to hook up with that's died? I don't think so.
Wait, what did that text say?
I literally just got a text from a mutual friend that says that she just heard that this girl died last Friday. And no way. Dude, I actually talked to her. She sent me a reel on Instagram, very kind of out of the blue, because we hadn't talked for a long time. When was this? Let me see. What was the date of this message? Oh, this is breaking news. This is. I'm not. I should not be sounding. I'm not excited about this, for the record.
Breaking news. His ex died live on stream.
Yeah, we were together for. I mean, we were never like a fit. We never called each other boyfriend and girlfriend. But no way. Yeah, she messaged me December 30th,
It's like 2, 3 weeks ago.
and she just died last Friday on the 16th.
From what? Like a car accident, drug overdose?
I'm gonna go ahead and bet the latter of what you just said.
Drug overdose.
Hold on, let me see. Protomax, as he recalls this chick. Protomax says, I would never let my girl be friends with her ex. I was gonna say, yeah, I guess it would depend on like when you said you don't want them being chummy. Like I said, I know they have kids. Yeah, it was an OD. Man, now I can't talk bad about that girl. She was fine. It was always just me being a dick. We just both kind of did drugs together. But the Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson thing, yeah. Yeah, like I guess, like you said, they do have kids, and against what I said, I guess it doesn't matter how old they are. You still kind of want your family together.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a touchy, kind of like a gray area. Like how
Plus,
much.
like they're old. Like Brittany is young. I feel like her saying that's something a young person would say. You know,
Proto-
I
Protomax is not the graveyard girl. I will point that the graveyard girl is Chantel. She's the one that is cursed. But sorry. Okay, but what were you saying?
Oh, well, Pam and him are old.
Yeah.
They're way older than Brittany. So I feel like her saying that's something that like a young person would say. But like as you mature and get older, you realize that people get married and have previous relationships and they have kids together and you have to respect that. I mean, it would be different. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. If he's like always hanging out with her and it's like getting a little bit close, okay, yeah, maybe say something. But I don't think that they're doing that. I would think that like she just likes to maybe text him like a meme once in a while or something silly like that. And Brittany's probably like, why is she doing that?
Yeah, it's probably not
Because
like.
it's the mother of his kids. Like she can.
Yeah, it's probably not like
So
Pamela Anderson's trying to like go out on dates with him or anything.
no, I have a feeling it's probably like she'll be on Instagram and see something funny that reminds her of him, and then she sends it to him. And so Brittany's probably like, why is she doing that? You know, but that's something that a young woman would do.
Yeah. The thing is, Brittany Furlan, if she
I,
feels threatened, I would say she's stupid because Tommy Lee obviously prioritizes a girl's youth and looks. When you look at the picture we have on screen right now and you see what girl he's with compared to his ex-wife, I don't think there's any chance that Tommy Lee would be like cheating on Brittany Furlan with Pamela Anderson. He obviously wants to be with a younger, like hotter chick.
yeah.
So I wonder why. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
It
I
probably is just
mean,
because she's younger.
it does seem like she's kind of notorious now for saying crazy things. So
Yeah.
we still need more updates about Ronnie.
They're supposed to have that
'Cause-
court date in 2 days on the 23rd.
okay.
It's supposed to be the hearing, I think, for their whole shebang in court. Pretty excited because Ronnie's gonna win and she's gonna look stupid and I'm gonna have to get on Instagram and talk mad shit about her.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, you told me I like I said, I'm predicting that it's gonna come out, Ronnie's gonna be proven innocent, and then Brittany's gonna try to drop some crazy like nonsense, like, oh well, Ronnie's on the Epstein list actually. Oh, you guys didn't know this. He hooked up with a 15-year-old back in 2012, and it's gonna be like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, you look stupid. Just take the L.
Well, she's probably gonna say some like weird shit like, oh, he's a Trump supporter. You know, like something like that to try to like
Oh
rile
yeah.
people up.
He hates trans
Like,
people.
yeah, yeah, like she'll actively say that. But I'm pretty sure he's like said that himself. I don't know, but that seems like something he would say. So, not surprised.
I know it's you always see those funny clips. I think you might have sent me one when someone asked Ronnie on a live stream, would you ever tour with Bad Omens? And he's like, oh, I would love to, but their fans are a bunch of they thems that would hate me, so we probably can't tour together anyways.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Who's
Ooh.
John?
The legendary Pamela Anderson. Yeah, you got to think about the legend. What's up, John, by the way? I think you're a new guy here. Yeah, Pamela Anderson.
I like how his profile picture is like his name highlighted. If
that
you
is
can see
confidence.
that.
That is
Yeah,
confidence that I appreciate.
that's great.
But on a side note, but still on the note of Pamela Anderson, she's kind of badass. Like the fact that she's doing the whole like, I'm not gonna put a bunch of fucking plastic shit in my face just because I'm getting older, and I'm not gonna get huge lips and like get my cheeks all sunken in. Like,
Yeah.
she's like a front runner for that too. Like, you'd think out of all the celebrities, someone like Pamela Anderson would be one of those ones that's having a hard time aging, like Madonna.
Yeah.
You would think Pamela Anderson would be acting like Madonna. Like, Madonna is like embarrassing herself as she gets older. Like, she's basically a grandmother now who's like trying to twerk.
No, I love like I'm so anti all the Botox and fillers and surgery. I think like who is it? Keith Richards' ex-wife, Anita Pollenberg, is that her name? She said it best. She said she was talking to Kate Moss once, like I think it was like in the 90s or early 2000s. And Kate Moss was talking to her about how like she was getting Botox, and Anita said, "That's not very rock and roll of you." And I was like, "That's cool." Like Keith Richards' wife is like denouncing plastic surgery. I love that.
Yo, what's up, Triple E? Really quick, also, just to be annoying and try to get in the habit, whoever is here, click the like button if you haven't. I need to start doing that. I did that one time, like last time we were on, and like
You,
immediately, like 6 people liked the video, and I was like, oh, why don't I just say this? Just
but like I see some streamers where they have like a banner that says that. Like, don't you think you should do that?
well, I don't think there needs to be a banner that just consistently says like and subscribe. I mean, I could put one at the bottom, like if we're, how sometimes I've got the caption going and then sometimes there's nothing, we're just kind of
Yeah.
freestyling. I could do like a general when we're not talking about anything specific. I could just do like, Disco Acid Cold TV,
Yeah.
like and subscribe. I can't. I have such a hard time doing that. And I know I have to. I need to start making more videos and I need to start editing them and starting off with, welcome
Yeah,
to
I
the
guess
channel, guys. Like and subscribe and
I
fucking
I
Kiss
guess it is kind of tacky because
Yeah,
everyone
it just
does
is.
it.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Kiss my balls. And they just shut
Yeah.
up. I don't want to. Like if I watch a YouTube channel and they don't say like and subscribe, I'm generally more inclined to actually like and subscribe. But I know
Yeah.
that's not how it works for everybody. And like I said, I saw the proof like 2 streams ago, and I literally just said, like Fizz was in chat, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my bad, I just forgot." I was like, "Oh fuck, I just have to say like, can you like the video?" And yeah, people will generally just like the video.
Did we? No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it gets annoying, and it is also annoying to express it because it's gonna sound like I'm complaining, but I'm not. But from my years of being in bands and being a musician, I I understand how it's annoying that it's like, right on, Mickey, I appreciate you. It's annoying when like I remember when I was in a band and we had a Facebook page, and I'm like, "Can you guys just like the page?" It's like, dude, this thing takes 2 seconds. Like, and it does a world of difference. Like, can you just click subscribe on the channel? I will never bother you again. But literally, it does a world of difference. It helps out a shit ton. Just click a fucking button. Like, if anybody ever has any creative project or art thing or page or whatever on Facebook or YouTube, anyone who sends me anything, I'll just immediately hit subscribe or like or follow because it's just like the easiest thing you can do, and it like helps people out a shit ton. So, like I said, I hate to say it because it sounds like I'm complaining about people not liking my shit, but
But people do that for everything. Like I try to get people to like my stuff, and it's like I don't know what goes on in their minds, but nobody wants to like anything or help anybody for anything.
on the other hand, I do understand a little bit of it because you got to think about somebody should tally up like starting on like a Monday and ending on a Friday. Just like mark a tally for every time you see or hear like my page, guys, on the internet. Like people are just so bombarded with just constant like and subscribe, like and
Yeah.
follow, like. So I get it sometimes, but to me, I'm just like, dude, it takes 2 seconds, and like you'll never hear from me again. I don't even care if you watch the videos. Just please subscribe so I can show my ex-girlfriends that I have a bunch of subscribers. Like that's all I care about.
Yeah.
But I understand it from some people just hearing about it every 5 seconds. You can't go anywhere on the internet without hearing like and subscribe, follow the page, follow this, sign up for that. I've got this page, I've got that page. That's also why I pretty much just focus on the YouTube thing. Like I'm not also being like, oh, also go over to Twitch to the, if you want to, fine. But to me, it's just YouTube. Just subscribe on the YouTube and we'll just call it good. We'll call it done.
We need to get Florian like into the live to have him talk about Germany sometime.
Yeah, Florian, you just seem like an interesting guy. I'm gonna keep calling you McGee just because I go by YouTube names. Your artwork was cool. I followed you back on the Instagram, and I should drag you on here sometime. I was telling Annie I do want to drag you on here sometime, and I want to make you the first audio only guest. Take that as no offense. I just mean like how Annie's on screen. I might not have you on screen, but I would have you on audio. I want an audio only guest. I want to frame it as like, oh, we have a caller. This guy called in. I want to.
Yeah, but we could have him call in right now, and it'll be like live caller, all the way from Berlin.
Let me finish the last two. Hold on. No, let me get to the last topic, and then if McGee wants to get on, I'm down to do that.
Okay,
I was
sounds
going to
good.
say there's just too much going on YouTube. People don't have the attention span. Yeah. People are just bombarded with like and subscribe, So I'm sure a lot of people do just get tired of it. Like I said, I get tired of hearing it. Like I said, if I find a new YouTube channel and they never say like and subscribe, I'm like more inclined to subscribe to the channel. But
yeah.
So I go back and forth on that. Like I said, I understand from both sides, but from the side of like the artist person, it's like, dude, it takes 1 second. Just click the fucking button and like it'll just help out a shit ton. You could love that. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, let me pull up this last one. Speaking of artists on the internet, and then
wait, do you want me to send him the link? I don't like.
Yeah, how would we? Yeah, send him the link either now or yeah, send him the link. Don't click it yet, Mickey. I'll let you know when to click it, and then when you click it, it'll have you put in your name. You will pop up on screen though, like immediately. So Mickey, whenever
we can have him say hi.
whenever we do have you click the link, just be aware that you are going to pop up on screen immediately. Like you've gotten, so don't be like naked or anything. And if you're going to say the N-word, make sure you say it with your chest.
Nick's over here like laughing hysterically.
Okay, real quick though, last topic I did have planned, speaking of artists on the internet, and I say artist with air quotes around it, that I never knew who Lil Tay was. I think she was like a streamer, but I know she did the thing where she set up her OnlyFans account and literally the day she turned 18 and went live and people were like waiting to subscribe to it. So people were like, oh, this is fucking weird. People are waiting to subscribe to a teenager's OnlyFans account. But
I don't think I've heard of her.
yeah, she was just like a YouTuber or a streamer, and then she went to OnlyFans on her 18th birthday, and
What does she look like?
She makes millions now. Let me look up some pictures of her, and I'll pull those up on the screen first before I read this tweet. Like a fucking child.
Oh my God, she's a baby.
And I know she is 18 now, but I think she still generally looks the same.
But I feel like this is similar to like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. Like all the guys were waiting for her to turn 18 so they could just like sexually exploit her.
To me, that reminds me of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
That's true.
Here, actually, before we even finish this topic, I'll stop sharing. We'll just get McGee in right now.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
McGee, you better be ready because I'm about to click you on.
I hope he knows what to do.
Actually, hold on for a second. First, hold on, McGee. I'm gonna bring you on audio only first. So I'm gonna start talking. And you're gonna well, I'm literally just experimenting at this point. All right, McGee, say something. Yeah, there we go. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear?
We can hear you. We can hear you. What are you up to?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Oh, dude, he's got a fucking accent.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What
he's from
is
South
going on right
Africa.
now? Okay, let me try. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Let us just attempt at something else.
I think we should bring him like with a
Oh
camera.
my goodness gracious, Miss Molly, Miss Golly.
He can't hear us, I don't think.
Can you mute him?
I did for a second. Can you hear us?
The host has muted the mic.
Yes, he can't hear us.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why
The
don't we
host has muted the mic.
Well, I had to turn him down. Ship has to turn him down. He was loud in my headphones too.
Why? Why have you muted the mic?
Wait, can you hear us now?
Good sir.
Wait, can you hear us?
I would very much like for you to unmute the mic.
No, he can't hear us.
That would be super duper.
And you got to text him.
That would be absolutely
Okay.
super duper.
Shut up.
I'll mute him. Just text him.
Okay. What should I say?
I don't know. Tell him he can't hear us. So what if we?
Okay, can you hear us?
No, he can't hear us.
Oh.
That's the problem. He
Okay.
can't hear us, but he keeps talking.
Well, why don't we just can't you like what
If
you
I
do
bring
with
him on,
John-
if I bring him on camera, there's just gonna be a third square with a guy that can't hear us.
Yeah, but like okay, with Johnny sometimes it's like he comes into the chat and then you turn his camera off, so it's just like a black square. Can't you do that with Florian?
He would have to do that himself.
Oh.
I can't turn into a black square.
Well then maybe we should okay, yeah, I guess. Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to invite
I don't
him
know.
in?
I don't know what he has to do because I can't see what he's working with. Obviously, like I can't see what he has. I don't know if he has us turned down somehow
Okay.
on his end or.
Well, I texted him, but he hasn't responded. So, can you unmute him? don't know.
That's all that matters right
Yes,
now.
he's just talking.
I just want to send you.
Okay, he just left anyways.
Okay.
I told you
Wait.
we can't do the stuff on the fly like that.
But we can invite him in, like with like his screen. It always works.
Yeah, but he's still not going to be able to hear us.
Wait,
The
hold
fact that
on.
his camera's not on has nothing to do with him not being able to hear us.
Okay. He just texted me.
What did he say?
Oh, he sent a screenshot of like what he's seeing. And it says the host muted your mic. But can you hear us?
Is he still watching the live stream when he clicks on? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with
Yeah.
that.
I'm waiting for him to answer. We could hear you. Okay.
Hey.
I don't know. We will wait and see. That was hilarious.
Audio is on.
Can you hear us?
Okay, wait. Can
Florian,
you guys
can you
hear
hear
me?
us? Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, but can you hear
I'm
us?
hearing nothing.
Yeah, see, he can't hear us.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's not great. I'm not hearing anything. No.
I don't even know what setting he would have to do to. It's his. No, his microphone is on because we can hear him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he would even have us muted. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can mute you, but then nobody could hear you.
He might have to change his audio output.
Oh, well, it looks like he's on a phone from the camera that I saw, but yeah, he probably does have to change his audio output. Something to do with that.
Okay. That's so funny.
I don't know what-
Honestly, I feel like it's less creepy when like the camera is up, like just hearing the voices.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, because then you can see him. But
Yeah.
I mostly just want to make sure I can do like the audio only. Yeah, no, he's definitely on a phone, looking at his camera in the backstage area. You can see
That
Oh,
the host has muted my mic.
Can you hear us?
Oh, maybe now.
can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
can't
we
hear-
can
he-
hear you.
He can't hear us.
I am.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
Okay, just mute him.
We can.
Just text him and tell him we'll bring him on when we're not. We get on like before we're live.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
next
I
week or
sent him a
something.
bunch of texts, so I think he's like trying to figure out what's going on. That's so fucking funny.
At least it's only two of us. If it was like Johnny was here too, this would be way too chaotic.
Yeah, it would be like screaming and like.
If you
giggling.
can't figure it out today, tell him shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Next week, Johnny would also be back on. I'd want to bring him on without Johnny, just because I don't want to do four
Yeah.
people. That sounds terrible. 3 people is like the max that I would go. So we'd figure out some other day or whatever that we're all free. Because I am down to talk to him about hot German girls.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe he's like still watching us on YouTube as he's getting on, or yeah, it's probably something to do with his own like audio output or whatever. But he was able to hear us when he was in the chat,
Yeah.
so that obviously worked. Yeah, I don't even know what he would have like
I don't
turned
know
on
what
or off.
I don't know what they have in German. What's this?
Just the stupid chat display. I hate how
What is that?
I can make it to where chat shows like this always on screen, but I hate it because the top is where the most recent one is, and I wish it was at the bottom. I also hate it because usually other streamers have their chat overlay and it's just like a translucent background and it's
Mhm.
over the stream. I hate how this takes up too much space on the screen.
Oh wait, he just texted.
What did he say? Because he just
Okay,
left again.
he's sending me this. This is what he sees.
I mean, it's backwards. I literally couldn't even tell you what.
Oh, well, it just says the host muted your mic, and then the camera is turned off, and then there's like an audio button that's like X'd out.
Well, he's
So
probably
I
click
don't
on that.
know. I don't know if he needs to click on that. Wait,
I would assume so.
it says, okay. But can you hear us talking?
Well, he's not on now, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he could click around, obviously. Just
Oh, okay. Because well, no.
no, me muting him has nothing to do with whether he could hear us or not.
Okay, click the microphone button. Right? There's a microphone button.
Yeah, but that's just going to control his own audio. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. Like, there's never been a case where, like, people can't hear me, but I can hear them, or unless I'm muted. And he's not muting himself, obviously. Otherwise, it would say he muted himself. And if he
Yeah.
muted himself, we wouldn't be able to hear him at all. So
Yeah.
he somehow has us muted. I don't even know how that's possible from the guest's end. It probably has to be. I'm sure Shit Piss is right. It's got to do something with the audio on his own device.
Yeah. Okay, crazy.
If he figures it out, we got an hour. If he doesn't,
we tried.
Whenever we plan to bring him on, we can fuck around with all the stuff.
I think he's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll give him one more try. Let me turn it down first.
We'll just let him do his thing. So that was Florian.
Can you hear us?
All right. Can you guys hear me?
He can't hear us.
I can't hear you.
Okay, that's what we wanted to know.
But
We should just call the stream German guy can't hear at this point.
but let me try and figure this out. Let me try and just
Text him and just say to text you when he can hear us. Like, I'll leave him here. He can stay
Okay.
here in the backstage. And when he can hear us, he can text you, and then I can click him on.
Okay, I said text me when you can hear us.
Because, yeah, he's got to click around and figure this shit out. I can't really,
No, what? I don't understand. What is happening? Don't get it.
Okay. This is so funny. Okay. That's done. So
What did he say?
anyways, he left it at scene, so he's probably trying to figure it out. I love this. Anytime we invite somebody, it's like always a thing. It's like we got Jordan who like runs really fast on the camera and like can't stay still.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Jordan in months.
And then it was like Tim who was just like so far away on the phone. And then Johnny is like he is always having issues.
Yeah, I don't even know what Johnny's issues could even possibly be at this point. His audio quality literally changes from minute to minute on the stream. Like, I don't know if he's like clicking shit during the stream. He'll come on and the audio's awful, and then 2 hours later, when we're pretty much about to be done, it somehow clears up a little bit. And I'm just like, dude, I don't even fucking know. I don't know where my microphone is. That's like the main question, the main culprit is like, where's the microphone I sent you that you still never used properly, by the way? Like, even when I gave him the mic, he never used it right. It was always.
Where is it? Do you think he sold it?
I'm sure he either sold it for like cocaine or some shit, or he like left it in LA when he went to the East Coast, or just straight up lost it. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he would just like plug it in and not actually click anything. And I get this idea because I remember the day that I mailed it to him, the day that he got it, he FaceTimed me and said, okay, how do I work this? And he turned the camera down and he didn't even open the fucking box. Like he got the box and called, and I'm like, brother, you can't take it out of the box and like try to plug it in before you fucking come calling me. Like, so I'm pretty sure he would just plug the mic in and not actually click anything or do anything. And I also know this because the one time we interviewed that Stephanie chick from Steph's Rock Show, when he did the interview from his car,
That was so fucking funny.
he had that was the last time I saw my microphone, and he was using it, and I could see that it wasn't even like plugged in, or I could obviously hear that it wasn't on or doing or anything. So he just had the microphone like for looks at this point. I don't know, but yeah, he's always got these audio issues.
Okay, so if he happens to watch this stream and he calls you out on this, what are you gonna say to him?
But what's he gonna call me out on? What's he gonna what's he gonna get mad at me for?
Why'd you say I sold your mic for drugs?
Because I haven't seen this mic in fucking months.
It's true. No, I totally agree. I definitely think like that mic is long gone. It's probably somewhere in like East Hollywood, like in an encampment.
Well, it's not a great mic. It's like $100. It's basically like everyone's starter podcast mic. It was the first mic I ever bought. It's just $100 from Best Buy. The times I was using it, remember when we first started and I had like the skull and the skull mask in the background?
Yeah.
That's when I was using that mic, and then I upgraded it pretty quick. Okay, I was gonna pull it up. Shit piss, if you're even still around for this topic. I don't even know who's still here. The tweet that you said the girl was retarded for, let me pull it back up. Luckily, people have been roasting her about this. It's not like she's been getting a lot of sympathy. Lil Tay says being an OnlyFans model is genuinely one of the hardest jobs in the modern economy, and people only deny that because they fundamentally misunderstand what the work actually involves. It is not posting a few pics and getting rich. It's running a full-scale digital business. I love how OnlyFans girls love to call themselves CEOs and business owners. Digital business where we are the product, the brand, the marketing team, customer support, PR, legal risk, and emotional labor, whatever the fuck that means. I think that means you're emotional about whoring yourself out to the internet because your conscience knows that's not right, but you're doing it anyways. That's what I would assume that is. We conceptualize content, plan shoots, manage lighting, editing, scheduling, and consistency across multiple platforms, which basically means I pay people to conceptualize content, plan shoots, manage lighting, editing. You know, don't act like she's doing her own fucking lighting. On top of that, we face unprovoked harassment simply for working. I mean, that's the audience you like seek out. Like, you know, you're going to get creeps for your audience. Strangers feel entitled to insult us, degrade us, moralize our existence, and treat us as less intelligent or less human, because that's just being on the internet, dude. If I post a TikTok and say something stupid, people are going to insult me and degrade me. That's how that works. Like, I can't even read this whole thing. There's no HR department. There's no paid time off. There's no benefits, no guaranteed paycheck. Income fluctuates based on algorithms, audience behavior. That's the same for any internet person. Luckily, some of the best responses were, all you do is post pics of your ass and simps buy it. The fuck you mean? Somebody said, stop doing it then. Somebody said, you post ass for money. It's not that deep. Someone says, imagine running an oil rig and reading this. And then somebody just straight up says, nobody respects whores.
That's funny.
I always imagine that, like, to me, the only actual hard part about doing that kind of work is the fact that they all kind of have to be comedians nowadays. Like, when you see those Instagram skits that OnlyFans girls do, like, let me pull up my favorite, that singer chick that I was talking about, Avery. And to me, I feel bad for musicians who like want to be rock stars, but they have to do like comedy now on the side. Like, you basically have to do little skits for Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
To me, that seems like the only hard part is that you have to now make funny little minute-and-a-half long videos for Instagram and TikTok if you wanna go viral. I can't even actually think of a clip I should pull up to explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking about, how everyone has to basically be a comedian in 2-minute clips now.
Yeah, I
But,
hate how everybody has to be an actor. Nobody
yeah,
has skills. Nobody has skills anymore.
everyone has that actor voice too. Everyone has that
Yeah.
YouTube voice. I still can't, like, make I can't make my own YouTube voice. I don't know how to do it, but I know it's possible. Everyone has a YouTube voice. And then there are people that seems like they can't turn it off. Like, you'll see interviews with them, and they're still talking in their fucking YouTube voice, and it's like, dude, how do you talk to your wife? Like, what does it sound like when you're just talking to your family when you're not, like, recording content or whatever? But, yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I can't imagine being an OnlyFans model is, like, the hardest job in the world. It's, like I said, there's no way she's doing her own editing. She's not doing her own lighting. She's not doing her own scheduling. Like, she's paying people to do that. Maybe when she says conceptualize content, sure, but that just means you scroll through TikTok, you see
It's all
something that
bullshit. Yeah.
you see something that's trending and you go, "Oh, I'll make a video of myself doing that." You know, it's just
Yeah.
little skits and stuff that you have to find out what's, trending and kind of follow it.
Yeah. It's all crap. Where did everybody go?
I think everybody left during our, like, 15-minute technical debacle.
Is he still in?
No, he's gone. He's been gone for a little
Okay.
bit now.
I don't know what happened. He just vanished.
They probably just gave up
Wow.
on, like I said, we could try it out when we're not live. It would be the best time
Yeah.
to do it, but he's obviously gotta click around on whatever he's on. I'm sure he's on his phone. And actually, if he's on his phone, I have no idea what
I
his
don't
issue would
know.
be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck no, she makes yeah, she does make millions. She made over $1 million, the day she made her OnlyFans when she first set it
That's
up.
crazy.
There was, like, millions of dudes lined up to, like, pay for it or whatever. Here he's trying again. I guess we'll try this again, see if he can hear us.
Audio only.
Can you hear us?
No, I want my visual.
Hello?
I want my face.
Can you hear me?
What is going on?
Yeah, see, it's not gonna. I don't know.
Why can't I show my face?
Oh. I realize. Your audio only. I think he's trying to be on camera.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with him not being able to hear us, is what I keep
I
saying.
don't know. It's too exhausting.
I tried to tell you guys.
It's okay. You know, we tried. So that's okay.
Probably as a professional photographer moving her body for her. I remember there's
Mhm.
this interview with Courtney Love, like, back in the late 90s, and I wish I remember which interview it was, but anytime, I'm not even kidding, anytime her hair would fall, her bangs would fall into her eyes, you'd see a hand come in off camera and brush her bangs out of her eyes, and I'm like, "Damn, imagine being that rich that somebody brushes your hair out of your eyes for you whenever it, falls a little over the eye."
I saw that when I met Priscilla Presley. Her assistant was brushing her hair in between signings. You just have to be that person.
It would be great to be able to afford that. I also know that when Courtney Love went to rehab, her rehab was she booked a 5-star hotel, and then the rehab came to her at her 5-star hotel. And that's when you know you've made it, is when rehab comes to you. You just pay the doctors. And real rich people, when they go to rehab, they get put into a medically induced coma, basically, until withdrawals just pass. So you just sleep through the withdrawals, basically. But that's, like, real rich that's, like, European rich
Yeah.
shit. Even, like, Nikki Sixx doesn't do stuff like that, you know? Even rock stars
Yeah.
have to withdraw, but, Yeah, being an OnlyFans girl, I'm very jealous. If I was a girl, I would 1000% be on OnlyFans. I mean, I would have been a stripper before OnlyFans. You know, I would have been doing all the webcam stuff. I'd be like on top of whatever the next trend is to whore myself out for money if I was a girl. It'd
What?
really suck if I was an ugly girl, but I can tell you that when I was dating a girl that worked at a strip club, there was a pregnant stripper and she made money.
What does this mean? I need to what?
He needs a fa.
What? Like he needs to fuck?
No, he's saying he needs a fa. The
Oh,
sound.
what? Oh, what does that mean?
Do you hear the sound?
The sound? What sound?
Oh, do you not hear the soundboard?
No. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I understand it. I get it. Okay.
Wait, can you not hear the soundboard?
Well, I haven't heard it tonight, but I have in the previous streams.
Shit, piss. Can you hear it? Like I'm clicking, you're not hearing the fa noise?
No.
No, we don't hear it. Dude, I've been using the soundboard all fucking night.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't heard a single thing.
Voice mod virtual. Hold on, let me change my microphone. Man, what a shitty stream.
I was like, what does he mean? He needs to fuck?
All right, can you guys still hear me talking?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I just couldn't hear the soundboard. Okay, yeah, I could hear that.
Motherfucker. Yeah, no, I've been going at it all night.
Haven't heard anything.
It's super weird. So on my end, when it's set to default microphone voice mod virtual audio device, you can't hear it. But then when I click on microphone voice mod without the default, it's fucking annoying. So now you guys can hear the.
Yeah.
We are Charlie.
Is my volume also still the same? Like my voice didn't get
Yeah.
louder? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was gonna say I wonder if it has anything to do with this guy, but no, it wouldn't have anything to do with him.
No.
Hello, camera.
Hey, can you hear us?
Why are you just a loop?
Look, if I bring his camera on, he's just not gonna. He can see himself.
Why are you just a loop?
We can see you.
I don't understand.
Can you hear us?
What is?
Just I think he might be high.
No, he just left anyways. Yeah, we got to give up on the.
Okay.
We got to stop trying to do improvised guests.
Yeah, it never works out.
It would suck to be like Brad Pitt with a micropene. Yeah, it would really suck to be like if you were as good looking as Brad Pitt and you also had a micro wiener. But
Do
I would
we know
imagine.
that he has one? Does he have one?
Do you think girls would like accept that? Like, do you think a girl? So let's say you're Brad Pitt. You're a multimillionaire. You've got the money. You're like a famous actor. Do you think girls would get with him and stay faithful even if he had the micro wiener, or do you think they cheat on him?
For the money, yeah.
But for how long? Because girls need.
I don't know.
Girls need some satisfaction once in a while. Like eventually, a girl's gonna step out on Brad Pitt if he's got a micro.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't, but I would think at least they would try tough it out as long as possible.
Well, yeah, of course, but I'm just saying, I think eventually they're gonna start stepping out.
Yeah, because they'll probably find like another rich guy in his circles.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
They move over to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting every 25-year-old. So
Yeah.
he probably is just fine.
Man, I can't believe Shit Piss even said I need a fa earlier too, and up here, and I gave him one, but nobody heard it. I let out some good ones
Crazy.
too. I forget you were talking about.
No.
You were talking about something, and I gave a good timed tombstone or a Undertaker bell, but
I swear it's always something. Next week,
just
Johnny's
go.
gonna come in and he's just not gonna connect the whole night.
What was it last week? It was his screen was black the whole time, and was that last week?
Yeah, and he didn't even know.
And I texted him, and I was like, "Dude, your screen is black. If you need to, like, get out and get back in, go ahead." And, yeah, he just didn't see it or whatever, and then,
That was crazy.
yeah, no, the last 2 weeks of streams have been, like,
Yeah.
exciting, but also uneventful.
Well, yeah, next week I'm sure his power's gonna go out. Or like his laptop's gonna lose power.
I
And
wanna
then
know where he's at.
I'm telling you, I think he's in hotels.
So he's been texting us, trying to get us to hang out in LA. But then it seems like the room that he's been in.
I love how we're just talking shit about the other guy in the stream.
Oh no, I don't feel like I'm even talking shit about him. I'm just curious about, like, dude, like I said, I think I said it to you, like, dude, I really don't actually even know anything about the guy. Like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if my mom was gonna ask me, like, "Oh, who's your friend?" I actually don't
I don't
fucking know. Like,
know.
I don't know where he
Yeah.
lives. He's
I
always just
noticed
in a different room, in a different location.
it definitely is crazy that he's never like invited anyone. Like everyone that has been on here has always told other friends, and those friends have come into the chat. But he's the only person that has not done that. And that's really weird.
That is true. Like,
And
I have brought Proto Max as the main contribution, and then, of course, just like Fizz, Shit Piss, they all found their way here.
yeah.
You always bring foreign people for some reason. You always bring Europeans.
Yeah, because yeah, I just know a lot
But
of
then you also
Europeans.
always want to bring people on the stream. Like, that's your thing, is you seem to enjoy the chaos of, let's try to get this guy from across the fucking ocean on screen with us right now. And then it's like Tim, or it's a guy that can't figure out his audio.
Yeah.
And then Mark brought who's that
Mark brought that
guy?
Italian guy. That guy was hilarious.
I missed that guy. Yeah.
I forget what his name was. It
I
was
just remember that
something.
he liked to talk shit about Anne Frank.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was something like
Oh.
Tony Pizzaroni or something.
Yeah.
Tony Spigoni.
Yeah. But I mean, I will say that like I notice like if I don't post those pictures on my story and tag Johnny in it, he will not promote your show at all.
Yeah, you have to tag him in it.
Yeah, otherwise he won't go out of his way.
Yeah, like he's
Which
never
is
made a
like
graphic or like made a.
literally he doesn't even need to make a graphic. Like just like snag a picture of like Kiss or Whitesnake and just be like Disco Acid, I'm here, you know? It's so low effort,
Yeah,
but that is really strange.
he is definitely like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the low effort in that point, like the last minute guy. Like, he just kind of seems to pop up when it's time.
Yeah.
Once in a while, he'll text me a topic or something and be like, "Oh, we should talk." Like, he texted me about the guy that the multiple grave robbers guy in Pennsylvania. That's how I got that topic from him. But yeah, no, he's never like posted the channel. Sometimes I wonder if he gets mad that I don't make edits of him. You know what I mean? Because I
Really?
always make edits
Who
of me.
cares?
I'm not saying I think he does, but you know what I mean? Like, I've told you guys, like, if you guys wanna, like,
Yeah.
when I look for edits, and I don't even look for edits all that often anymore now that I just used to TikTok and Instagram for, me talking. But, like, if you guys wanna make edits, or you find portions of yourself, like, if you thought you said something funny on a stream and you just told me where it was, I'd go make the edit. I don't think that way when I'm looking for edits. Like, what's the way I'm trying to word it? Sometimes I don't want to like make an edit of like you, and then it's, I don't know, you saying something rude, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
take people out of context or whatever. But I also
Yeah.
know you just don't care. I don't think you care if I'm posting edits of you on the Instagram or
No.
TikTok or not. You're kind of in
No.
it for the fun of the game, I think, and just to
Yeah.
like hang out or whatever. So I do think he's just in it to hang out, but at the same time, the way he talks about it is that he's like, "Oh, dude, we could become millionaire." Like, he thinks this is going to be like the ticket to rock stardom, and I'm like, Not that I do a shit ton of work. I mean, there's a lot more I should be doing for it, but I think he thinks that there's gonna be, like, a big payoff, but it's like, dude, you don't do anything for the payoff. Like you said, he
But
doesn't.
that's how people on coke think, is like it's always a big idea when
Yeah.
it's like just turn the main down a tad. It's okay.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. Like you
So
said, like, he's never posted, like, even a picture with the
he has
link to the YouTube
never
channel.
posted anything at all.
It's in his bio, though,
Um, yeah,
which is
and he
funny. Like I said,
never
before he even came on the stream, he changed his bio and put co-host of Disco Acid Cold TV.
yeah,
And I was like, "Oh, that's okay, I guess, if you wanna start, like, repping it like that," but, um,
it's weird. But,
I would imagine he probably does just spend his days running around. And
yeah, I wanna know, like, what he does during the day. Like, is he scheming?
like,
What is it?
he's just always out scheming for, like, cocaine money.
Yeah, like, what is he doing? I'm so curious because he doesn't have a job. So,
Pina Moche, the Black Rock Star, isn't on tonight. It's funny, we were just talking about the Black Rock Star,
yeah,
too.
we're trying to figure out what his deal is. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
no, he
none of it adds up. I just love how, like, when I tried to reach out to Evan Stanley on his live, like, he totally was like, "Oh, Johnny? Oh," and then, like, just went to the next comment. I'm like, "Okay." So, something's going on there.
yeah, he's not brought up Evan ever since, and he's not brought up that other guy that he wanted to bring on.
Yeah. I'm fully convinced that he's a drug dealer.
I don't think he's a dealer because he's too robbable. You you you
What?
you have to have, like, a certain aura to be if you're a pussy and you're a dealer, you're gonna get robbed. Like, I'm not a pussy, but I know for a fact I'm way too fucking white boy to
But
sell drugs.
I guess that makes sense, but he probably does, like, offer drugs to these people because every time he hits me up to hang out, he's always saying, like, "Let's go to the Rainbow and do blow," and I'm like, "First of all, I don't do drugs anymore, and we're old, and I'm not going to the Rainbow on a fucking Tuesday. There's nobody there. It's lame." So
Yeah.
he probably is, like, just meeting people because it's very easy to meet people in LA and then just saying, "I have drugs, do you want some?" And they're saying, "Sure, why not?"
And then they just leave right
So,
away.
like, I'm wondering if Evan Stanley, like, does know him and then is like, "Oh, yeah, isn't that, like, guy that's always sweating that I met at this one party?"
I met him at this party, he was just sitting in the back sweating
Yeah,
profusely.
but he had a ton of blow, so
Yeah, he does
but,
sweat.
like, okay, I can't believe the conversation has diverted to this, but, like, I just wonder, like, I could kinda see him being the person that, like, has, like, blow that's, like, heavily mixed with, like, baby powder.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't see him being a dealer because he seems
Yeah.
like the guy they would get ripped off and not even know it and be like, "Yeah, this is such good shit, dude," and it's like half baby powder or like
Yeah.
baking soda or some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
he could
100% he is that guy.
and that could just come from, like he seems kinda like a happy-go-lucky guy. It is I mean,
Yeah.
again, I don't know the real him. For all I know, he could be, like, raging in withdrawals every minute he's not on stream. Last
Yeah.
week last week after you left, you left at, like, 7:30ish again,
Yeah.
and the last 20 minutes with him, I don't know, I thought they got kinda weird. Like, he got, like he wasn't, like, laughing, he was
Oh my
sniffing. I was like, "Dude, is he withdrawing right now? Like, is he fiending to get off the stream and go?" I'm not even kidding, and I remember toward the end, I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna call it 'cause, you're sweating and you're sniffing and you look like you're raging," and I almost wanted to ask him, like, "Are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
are you coming down? Is that what this is? I've never
I
done
think
uppers. Are you
so.
coming down?"
Yeah. Oh, man. Could you imagine that, like, your show, like, just, like, becomes viral because some guy dies on stream? Like
I would hope it's more viral because a guy's sweating and raging on stream, but,
that?
oh, Pina Moche would be interested in this. Pina Moche, I just found out that a girl I hooked up with for we were like a thing for a few months, died last week. This is the first time a girl that I have hooked up with died. Now I keep trying to think, are there any other girls? But no, yeah, no other girl that I've ever hooked up with has died.
I've had 2 people die.
That you knew, like, closely like that?
Yeah, no, I've dated 2 people that have died.
Isn't that
So
weird?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, it was it was like what the first time it was somebody that like I was seeing, and then the second time it was somebody where we had left it off on like really good terms and we're still friends. And then a couple months later he died and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." Um, but yeah, it's definitely weird.
Well, what sucks now is that I can't talk I don't wanna say I can't talk shit about her, but, like, I would get on here and be like, "Oh, yeah, this girl told me she gave real good head, but actually, I can't talk like that about her anymore now, I feel bad about it."
Well, it
I
just
did
happened, so just give it some time.
Yeah, I guess that's true. After some time, I will callous and grow cold and not care
Yeah.
anymore. I did
Yeah.
used to have a video. I did used to have an inappropriate video, but I did delete it after we stopped. I wish I didn't delete it because now it'd be like I have a piece of history now that she
So you
died.
can show it on stream.
Yeah. No, I couldn't show it on stream because there was definitely too much of me in that video. I can tell you that much. But I am gonna continue working on the intro. That's the one I'm hyped about now to make this new intro, and I'm finally gonna put a girl making sex noises in it.
There you go. Yeah.
Um,
Johnny's gonna wanna be in the intro.
Johnny says things about like whenever like any kind of like sex stuff comes up, like he's just like way too boisterous about some things. I think one time on
Yeah.
stream I said when I was like, "Oh, it sucks that a lot of my old friends have turned into faggots." Johnny was like, "Oh, what's wrong with being a faggot?" And I was like,
I think I remember that. Wasn't
"Bro, I'm
that,
not
like,
talking about."
last week?
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, I'm not talking about being gay. I don't care if people are gay. I'm talking about people that are being faggots. Like,
Yeah.
stop turning this into like a sex thing." And he tries to say like, "Oh, rock and roll makes you horny." And I'm
I
like,
don't
"No,
know,
it doesn't.
to
That's like
be
a cheesy
honest,
thing that
the
people said in the
whole
'80s."
the whole, like, young girls thing is getting a little creepy.
Yeah, so one time after you left, it was me and Johnny, Proto Max was in chat, and Johnny was asking me like, "Oh, what's the youngest you'd go?" And I was like, Uh, honestly, like the absolute youngest I'd go, and to me, I think a lot of people would even tell me I'm weird for it. I'd hook up with a 19-year-old chick, like,
What
fine
did
with
he
me.
say, like 15?
He asked me, "What about 15 or 16?" And I was like, "Well, I don't wanna go to prison." So,
So, no.
and then he said, "Oh, I thought California law was 16," or something like that, and
What?
Proto Max was like, "Dude, clip it. What the fuck did you?" Proto Max was like, "Brother, what did you just say?" And he's like, "Clip it." And then Johnny was like, "Yeah, dude, clip that." Like he thought it would be like a funny viral moment to say that he thought California law was 16, which is funny because
Wow.
he said what about 15 or 16, and then said California law was 16. And I was like, dude, like this is not like I don't care. I'll get you canceled for my own fame if that's what it takes. I don't care, but like, the fact that you think that's, like, a viral moment in the way his sense of humor is very questionable because there's a lot of times where he'll be like, "Oh, dude, clip that. That'd be a funny clip." One time, I was talking about this girl named Scarlett.
Mhm.
I think she's from LA. Um, she's like the internet love of my life. We talk once in a while. I met her through the original disco page. Sh
Yeah.
she's this Mexican girl, but she looks white, but she speaks Spanish. Remember the girl in the intro? The old intro,
Yes. Yeah.
says like, "Oh, you're so sweet," and says something in Spanish. That's her. That's Scarlett. And I was pulling up pictures of her on Instagram, and me and Johnny were just kind of barking. We were just being dudes, being like, "Oh yeah, dude, she's fucking hot. Look at that." And Johnny was like, "Oh, you should clip that. That'd be a great clip." And I'm like, "Dude, it was just me and you like howling at a fucking girl on Instagram. Like it's not. It wasn't really funny. He was just talking about a girl that I think is hot. That's like way out of my league, and she talks to me once in a while." Um,
Well, it's probably the drugs talking when he says things like that.
why not have Johnny making sex noises? Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine. Never forgetting his grunge and basketball takes. Which grunge take? I remember he tried to say, McGee is back. What delay? Which delay are you talking about? There is going to be a delay when you come on because you're way across the fucking ocean. I had a guy from the UK on one time, and there was a big delay when I said something and he said something. I remember one of the craziest things Johnny said was that, we talk about 80s hair metal all the time because that's like his favorite thing. And the story of 80s hair metal, and then Nirvana comes along and all the hair metal bands go out of business because they're not cool anymore. And one time on stream, Johnny was just like, "Oh yeah, but that's not even true. Like all the hair metal bands continued playing sold out stadiums, and the grunge bands never played any big shows. They played
Oh, I
small
remember
clubs."
this.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you talking about? Like we've talked about this before. You can literally find clips of the drummer of Rat talking about how he had to buy vending machines all across LA to continue making money because he was so broke in the 90s. Like what are you talking about? Like he will just kind of come out and say things, and it's like, where did you get this from? Like, why?
Drugs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Drugs. That's it.
It's the fucking cocaine.
Yeah.
And then he definitely thinks it's really cool to make sure that his Jack Daniels bottle is seen, like, on screen. I don't know. Now I guess I'm getting into full-blown talking shit about the guy, but just some things he does.
I know, 'cause you
Some things he does and says, and I'm just like, dude, I remember being 19. I remember when I would have loved to get on stream with a bottle of Jack Daniels when I was 19, but I'm fucking 32 now, bro. It's not the
Well,
80s. I love the 80s, but it's
it's
not the 80s.
time you finally made this public because the internal anger has been going on for too long.
Well, he'll never see this because I'm sure he doesn't watch the channel.
No, I'm sure he won't.
And if he does see this, I would honestly imagine he would just laugh. I would hope he would just laugh, and I would hope he would just talk shit about me too. And I mean, I don't know. If he did quit, I would just say, okay, cool. Can you mail me my microphone back? Because I'm sure you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, or he'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. You're talking about me doing drugs," and like think it's like a positive thing.
And then he tried to tell me he hooks up with Groiper OnlyFans chicks, and they follow him on OnlyFans, and that was like the last, like I don't want to say the last straw, but
That's
like the most bizarre.
wild. That is so wild.
Let me show you what
Oh,
I'm
no,
talking
we're
about.
like, let's blast him right now.
Let me show you what I'm talking about, by the way, when he says he is hooking up with girls like this, what he's talking about, and tell me if you think Johnny is pulling girls like this. Because I don't know about you, but these are the Groiper OnlyFans girls in question.
Absolutely not.
This one's actually pretty funny. She's got a pack of hot dogs in a box, but it looks like a bomb.
No.
And then there's one more. But I also just want to be like, dude, don't you have a girlfriend? I mean, I would assume that he would try to
Yeah.
say that him and his girlfriend are in like an open relationship or something.
But then he posts stuff sometimes about how he's married. So I'm like, what's going on there?
What does he say about being married? I've never seen that.
Yeah, he'll post like those like reels that'll talk about like marriage, but like in a positive way, like when your wife, blah blah blah, or your husband, etc. He'll post things like that and then be like, "Oh, this is so true, ha ha ha." Like acknowledging that he is married and it's like a good relationship. But I don't know, he hasn't posted her in like a while, so I don't know what's up with that.
Hold on, I'm gonna like all of this girl's posts right now, live on the stream. She commented on a recent post of his, something kind of friendly, so I'm sure they're still together. Yeah, his taste is strange to me. He posted, the Golden Globe Awards just happened.
Yeah.
I think it was Sean Penn. He smoked a cigarette, like in
Yeah,
the
I saw
building.
that. Mm-hmm.
Dude, Johnny like reposted this and was like, yes, rock and roll's coming back. And I was like, because Sean Penn smoked a cigarette at the Global whatever awards. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, brother? Every single post. I'm gonna get this girl's attention, whether she likes it or not. This is one of the Groiper OnlyFans chicks, by the way.
Makes sense.
She posts Groiper stuff on her story. Me and Protomax talked about it. We don't think these girls are actually Groipers. We think they're just playing to the fan base, and then they get the OnlyFans subscribers.
Yeah.
This one doesn't actually have her in it, so I'm not gonna like that one. We're going maximum simp. Protomax would be very upset right now. All right. Every single post of her in it. She only has like 26,000 followers. She might notice. She is followed by Jax the Ripper, by the way.
Of course. He's probably hooking up with her.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. One of them, at least one of them is in each other's DMs.
Yeah, I'm sure. And Jax the Ripper is gaining followers like crazy. He's almost 800,000.
Yeah.
Shit pissed, yes, I would hit 2. That's the kind of girl I'm going for. Once this channel hits 10,000 subscribers. Dude, once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, my personality is going to change tomorrow. I'm going to act like I have 1,000,000 subscribers when I hit 1,000, and I will start hitting up girls like that. I'm literally just going to hit them with a, hey, what's up? In the inbox, in the DMs. That's what's going to happen.
All right. Well, I do need to go because it's almost 8.
Right on.
So we
I'll
will
probably
see
hang around
how
for like 5 or 10 more minutes.
we'll see what happens next week if he shows up.
I'm sure I'll be back on next week.
Oh, I meant Johnny, if he shows up and what
Yeah, that's what I mean.
he says. Okay. All right. I'll see you later.
Right on. Good times.
Bye.
Chopping it up with random ass fools that hook up with Mexican Groiper chicks is crazy. I do need to get to Davis sometime soon. I need to get out soon in general. I just haven't really been able to do so, actually. Let me go back. She probably doesn't even know 5 Nirvana songs. God damn it, how do I join the chat? McGee, you're in the chat. You've been in the chat this whole time. I'll probably kill off like the last 10 minutes here. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. That stream was a good stream until we ran into the chaos of trying to bring a new person on, like on the fly. Did you see the viral clips with the All Right Weirdos playing Parting to Kanye's Mustache Man song? Yes, I did. It was like Clavicular or whatever that guy's name is. It was like all of them. Yeah, Fuentes, Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines is probably my least favorite of all of them. Like, he's got some takes here and there, of course. Like, what do they say? Even like people that I don't like, will have some takes that I like at some point. But out of all of them, to me, Myron Gaines is the worst. Nick Fuentes is at least funny. Like, I think whether you like the guy or not, he's undeniably funny. So I will always give him that. Sneeko, I hate Sneeko because Sneeko beefed with Brandon Buckingham, and I'm team Buckingham all the way. So naturally, I have to hate Sneeko. The funniest thing about that whole group is that, they're known as like the white supremacist group. And they're like the most diverse group of people in the fucking world. The white supremacy gang of the internet now is like very diverse. Which is actually really funny when you consider like the liberal gang is like all white chicks. It's like all white college girls and like old white hippie ladies that are trying to relive their childhoods. So it actually is funny how that works out. Like the anti-racist group happens to be all white, and the quote unquote racist group is like very diverse. Dude, this fucking Groiper OnlyFans chick better notice that I liked all of her posts. She better come like some of my posts. I swear to God. I'm gonna be pissed if she doesn't.
Fuck!
America's so diverse, even our white supremacists are white. Yeah, no, all the popular white supremacists on the internet are not even white. You know, Nick Fuentes is like the whitest one out of all of them, and his last name is Fuentes. You know, and then you got fucking Gypsy Crusader. I mean, the dude's name is Gypsy Crusader. Damn, I forgot to bring this clip up to Annie. There's this clip of this fat girl proposing to another chick at Disneyland, and she gets down on one knee. But she's so fat that she has trouble getting up. Annie would have loved that one.
Whoever you are, congratulations!
I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, she can't get up. Oh, of course it cuts. They edited the video to cut out her struggling to get up. Man, that's got to be detrimental. I don't even know how you let yourself get that big. I noticed Fizz has been missing the last 2 streams. Fizz is probably, I would assume Fizz is like, I don't want to say mad at me, but I think Fizz hangs out in the Discord and probably gets mad that I'm never in the Discord. But I told him, I literally told him, I told Fizz, I'll make the Discord, but I'm not going to hang out in the Discord. Like, you know, it's literally just like the people that are here are the only people that are in the Discord. It's not like I've got a lot to say in a never-ending chat, so I don't know. That's the only reason that I could assume that he's like not that I'm being like, oh, if he's not in chat, it must be because he's mad or something. I'm sure he's busy. He's a grown adult with stuff going on. He can't spend every day on YouTube watching live streamers. But I am curious. I wonder if he ever gets mad that I'm not in the Discord more often. I should get in the Discord at some point. I just I like the idea of a Discord. I just would only want to like be in there if there's a lot of people in there, you know? Like if I had at least like 50 people in the Discord, I'd get in there more often. What grows you do? Yeah, I gotta keep posting shorts. Shorts have been the main reason I've gained any subscribers in recent times from YouTube Shorts. So as long as I keep going with that. And then I should get back to making videos. I haven't actually uploaded an edited video since October 30th. Was the last time I posted an actual video that I edited. And even that was it was just me watching a trailer, commenting on it. The last video I actually made that I like took time and edited, kind of pissed off about, was the 5 perfect Halloween time horror movies. And that flopped completely. That did nothing. I think it's sitting like 70 views. Still, my most successful video today is the Brittany Furlan and Ronnie Radke video with a little over 8,000 views. 8,189. And that's like a rarity. Nothing else I've done has hit over 1,000, except for the time I advertised that Blackout Chronicles advertisement. That is something I need to do and actually try to do that. Be a good audio or video only. I chatted with him a good bit. Yeah, I've told Fizz I want to bring him on audio only. I've told him that. I want to bring him on and call him Far Right Fizz. You know, I would portray it as if I have a caller. Again, what I wanted to do with that kid that Annie kept trying to bring on. Be like, oh yeah, we got a caller calling in right now, and then we bring him up audio only. And his name is Far Right Fizz, and he, you know, talks about his right-wing stuff like he does. That I'd be totally down for. He just hasn't hit me up and said like, you know, I want to come on or whatever. But I should go back to trying to do the Blackout Chronicles idea. And I could probably do that with Protomax. He'd probably be down to do that. It's just hard because you have to have a constant flow of submissions. You know, I need people constantly sending in their blackout stories. I think as of right now, I still have 10 that I got from people like months ago. But you know, once you run out of stories, it's over. And I'm not big enough to have a constant flow of stories coming in. Dude, where are those stories actually? I thought I had them in my notes. Oh yeah, right here. Someone actually sent in a really good one. Yeah, this guy who sent it in on Instagram and told me to call him Wacky Rob. He wrote me the story. And he said, okay, I'm just gonna go for it really quick. He says, gonna need to add a bit of context, so bear with me, everyone. Some time ago in 2007 or 2008, I used to work in a large 5-star restaurant in South Boston. I had long days there, and that particular day, one of my closer friends slash coworkers had a customer leave a good half bottle of wine, and we split it in the back room of the kitchen, as we normally do. So I was pre-gaming without realizing it. So I had a slight buzz as I was returning home. See, I like this. This guy's got good detail in this story. This is what I'm looking for when people write these stories. He says, when I got home, I had gotten a call from a good friend of mine from Quincy, Massachusetts. We got some East Coast shit going on here. He told me that the super cute neighbor, let's just call her Liz, who was a mutual friend of ours, was throwing a huge party at her place that night. Mind you, I didn't know very many people who would throw house parties. So naturally, I said, hell yeah, I'm there. So I put together a nice looking casual outfit, a bit like a preppy punk style. This guy's got details down. Style I would tend to gravitate toward back then. I grabbed a little bud, my skateboard, and made my way over. The majority of people were made up of Marines, as they were on leave and at home at the time, and a lot of them. Oh, that's a grammatical error. I shotgunned a couple beers, had a couple shots, and roamed around greeting people. It was an epic party. Beer pong, shot groups, people in about every room. Someone kept turning the electric stove, trying to blow a 12 rack of beers. It was nuts. I was pretty tipsy after about an hour. So I found, do guys get tipsy? Is that a term guys use? I thought if you're a guy, you're supposed to say buzzed, and if you're a girl, you get tipsy. I don't know. That's just what I know. So I found myself outside, and I had an idea to impress the guys by running up the fence and doing a backflip off of it. I landed upside down on the grass. That was the point of that was the point where everything got a bit hazy. After that, I apparently fought a lawn chair. I won the fight. It was left in shambles. Then I kicked a pumpkin. I found myself inside on Liz's couch with an attractive female trying to bandage a cut that I had obtained on my arm from fighting the lawn chair. I was pretty much blacked out at that point, and I guess I began to yell. I guess I began to yell at and tried to get away from the girl who was trying to help bandage my cut. And she was really cute too. Stupid me. This guy's fucking up with the girl. I was later told that she thought I was cute, and if I had been less drunk, I could have had a much better night. Wink, wink. This guy knows where to put his wink winks in his stories. I seriously regretted not having more control. I guess after that, I was asked to leave and still was making a fool of myself. So I guess the guys located my friend, and I was escorted off the property by a group of these large Marines. At that time, I was having trouble walking straight and having any coherent thoughts. So my friend, Jerry in quotes, fake name, got me to sit on my skateboard and he pushed me home. He was a great friend. The next morning, I woke up extremely hungover and my memory was completely blank. And I had a black eye, exactly in the shape of the rim of my glasses. I demanded Jerry tell me who had hit me, and apparently no one actually punched me. But the black eye was from when I had fallen face first onto the grass in Liz's front yard. I have to retype these stories out when I actually am gonna read them. I guess I had also puked on the living room floor, but Jerry and my uncle had cleaned it up for me. That was so nice of them. I later found out that Liz had taken my bud and glass bowl because she was really upset with the way I acted. I spent the later part of the next day scouring? I don't think that's the right word in that thing, in that story. I spent the later part of the day running around the town basically, looking for a plastic lawn chair to replace the one that I broke and writing a letter of apology for my awful behavior. She forgave me, but that's when our acquaintance ended. This guy's kind of a stand-up guy. He wants to replace her lawn chair, writes her an apology letter. Who gets apology letters anymore nowadays? That kind of stung, but I understood her decision. My friend Jerry was the one who filled me in on what transpired. A few years later, I moved back home due to personal reasons. Then in 2022, another good friend of mine from Quincy and I had been talking, and he revealed that that my good friend Jerry had taken his own life in 2018. See, these are the kind of heavy stories we need here. To this day, no one knows what to say. My heart dropped, and I'm upset about it to this day that he hadn't reached out to me and no one had told me when it happened. He was my best friend, and I miss him dearly. He really came through for me, and I'm dedicating the story in his memory. Love you, brother. I hope you'll save a spot for me in heaven and give me the grand tour when I get there. Remember, everyone, don't ever take your best friends for granted and call them and check in often. Tell them how much they mean to you because we don't always know the inner battles people face. Thank you for listening, everyone. And thank you, Disco Acid Cult TV, for your time and sharing my story. Peace, love, and God bless all of you. See, that's a great story. But they don't need to be heavy. Shit pissed. I don't even know if you were here when I was coming up with the idea for the Blackout Chronicles. Were you? I don't know. Basically, just this idea where people send in their best blackout stories. I know you just said you never black out. I've blacked out maybe like 2 or 3 times from alcohol and then Xanax. I've had Xanax blackouts. I said earlier about how douches kind of drift apart. Yeah. Yeah, Protomax mentioned that when girls aren't friends anymore, they kind of have like official breakups, but guys, they don't really break up. They just kind of stop talking. But yeah, like last year I'd had this idea to do the Blackout Chronicles, a live stream where people send in their best blackout stories. I actually have an advertisement that lays it out perfectly. All right, this is the first time I've ever pulled up a video of myself on the stream. There's old me with the long hair. I think I'm wearing the exact same hoodie that I'm wearing right now, too. Have you ever blacked out before? A little bit of party, little get down. Next thing you know, you're waking up the next day. If I said that at the same time, it's going to sound funny. Have you ever blacked out before? A little bit of party, little get down. Next thing you know, you're waking up the next day. You remember nothing, and all your friends have to fill you in on the dumb stuff you did. We've all been there. There's no shame. We need your blackout stories. Here on Disco Acid Cult TV, we're starting a new show, The Blackout Chronicles, where we'll be reading blackout stories live on the channel. We want the funny stories, we want the serious stories, the heavy stories, whatever you got, we want them. Please send in your stories to discoacidcult@gmail.com or discoacidculttv, all one word, on Instagram. Please include the name you want the story credited to, or you can request that the story be read anonymously. Thank you for your time, and we wish you love, luck, and lollipops from Disco Acid Cult TV. Yeah, so I should get back to trying to do that. The problem was that one, I paid $100 to make an ad on Instagram, and I got 10 stories. And I can't pay $100 every time I need 10 more stories. Two, some of the stories that people sent in, right? I should copyright claim myself. Some of the stories that people sent in, like most of them were not detailed stories like that guy that I just read from. A lot of people sent in stuff that was like, oh, one time I drank half a bottle of whiskey and then I threw up in the backyard. Like people literally would send in like 2 sentences like that. And I'm like, I don't think you guys are getting the idea here. The idea is Shitpiss, I think you're the only one here. So I'll just address you. I'm gonna get off here in a minute anyways. But you know those YouTube channels that tell like scary stories? There's one called Mr. Nightmare. That's like I think the biggest one and my favorite one. People submit their scary stories and their real life scary stories. Like it'll be like, a story about one time I was 17, I was home alone, and a guy broke into my house and I had to hide under the bed and I called the police. And they usually come in videos of there'll be like 3 or 4 stories he'll tell. And I was gonna do that, but the idea would be that instead of scary stories, they're funny blackout stories or sometimes serious stories. And then we would also do it live so people in chat could, comment and we could crack jokes about the stories and whatnot. That was gonna be the idea of that. And I still think it's the best idea I've had. It was originally gonna be called, uh the Xanax Chronicles, and it was only gonna be about Xanax blackouts, but then I thought, well, not everybody has blacked out on Xanax. I should open it up to all blackouts. So I just started accepting all, drinking too much drugs, whatever. I even have like a whole separate intro for that show too. I need to stash up on stories. I need to somehow advertise again. Save up like 100 stories or something and then just do like 3 or 4 stories per episode, because then at least I could have like 100 stories to try to work on growing and then earn more submissions from people as time goes on. That's what I should try to do. Because yeah, the 10 stories I have, it's not going to fill a lot of time. That'll get me like 3 or 4 videos at the most, but I need a lot of stories. And then of course I had my own in there. I don't think where you could do that. I literally have flyers in my car because I live next to a college town, and I need to go do that. I need to go put those flyers up. Actually, it's funny. Pina Moche mentioned going to Davis earlier. That's what I should do. I should go to Davis. That's the college town. Put those flyers up everywhere. Yeah, I know some of the scary story channels, they also will just take stories from Reddit. So I know that's also an option. You could go to Reddit and just get good blackout stories. I could do that if I needed to. I liked the idea of having like, people submit their stories. I think people like to type out their stories sometimes and it's funny to like if I put up a flyer in Davis and somebody actually emailed me in their story, then they're more inclined to come check out the YouTube channel because they want to hear their story get told on the show or whatever. But yeah, I could also do Reddit, just scour through Reddit looking for good blackout stories. Yeah, that is probably like as far as like original ideas, probably one of the best ones I've had for something to do on the channel is the Blackout Chronicles. Yeah, shit. I really gotta go fucking put those flyers up. I've always liked doing flyers. I don't know. It's from the band days. I appreciate guys that go around and put up flyers around town. If you got a gig coming up, you go put flyers up. It's old school. Just make a post. You don't have to pay. It doesn't, like on Instagram, I could keep reposting that ad like once a week or once a month. Right now on Instagram, it's one of my pinned reels is that ad that I just played. So people can see it, walk around the streets interviewing people. What's funny is I just got rid of my GoPro camera recently, but I do have a microphone. Like I've got like like one of those interview mics that I could talk into and hold out to people. I would love to do man on the street stuff like that. I don't have a partner in crime. If I had a cameraman and like somebody who was down, to like get in on the action, I 100% would go out and like, you know, I'd go to Davis. I'd go to the college town next door, and I would just ask people for their blackout stories. That is definitely something I would do if I had the option. I just can't be cameraman and guy on the microphone myself. But I think this year, I don't know. Some more stuff might pop up this year. There might be some more things I'm able to do this year if things go accordingly. Sounds like Owena would do it. Are you typoing in chat? You got a typo? Who the fuck is Owena? Oh, Pina Moche. I don't think Pina Moche would do it. Pina Moche is all talk. There's no way Pina Moche would do cameraman for man on the street stuff in Davis. Pina Moche in real life is like an upstanding citizen, a man of the people, if you will. He just moonlights as a degenerate in live streamers' live chats. All right, dude. Every time I'm about to get off, the live viewers goes up a little bit. Who's here? Who's even still here? Besides Shitpiss, who's even still in chat? Triple E, if it's you, no worries. I know you're usually busy. You don't have to say anything. Whoever else, speak now or forever hold your peace. And when I say forever hold your peace, I mean Macho Man Randy Savage, hold your peace. And that is the last guy you want holding on to your peace. Gonna bounce before you hit the outro. Yeah, it's a good idea. If you want to spare your eardrums, you better get out of here now, because I am actually about to hit the outro. So, good times, good times. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. Whoever's left, thanks for sticking around for the last like 5 minutes while I'm by myself and I just kind of kill time. But now it's time for me to go outside and enjoy
500 cigarettes.
I'll be back on Friday, actually. I'm coming on Friday with a new co-host, Dixon Cider. You guys know him from chat. You guys know him. You love him. Dixon Cider is going to be co-hosting on Friday. I think we're going to talk about something Sydney Sweeney related that he mentioned. We're probably going to talk about simps. I know he mentioned guys that put anime chicks on their cars, like those decal stickers of anime chicks with big tits. Real simp shit. So we're definitely going to talk about some simp shit. Dixon Cider, I went to high school at Dixon Cider, so the lore runs deep there. We will have stories. You know, we're going to be bringing up shit that we probably should not be bringing up. I probably will be talking about Courtney Briggs once or twice. There's always a time to talk about Courtney Briggs, the real love of my life. And it'll be at 6:30. Fridays are at 6:30 because Dixon Cider is also a man of the people. He is responsible. So he's working, but he gets home just in time to do a little late start at 6:30. But yeah, 3 nights a week. Good times, good times. But anyways, yeah, I got to get back to my
500 cigarettes.
hold a bunch of wrecked cars with those on the other stickers. It's got to take a crazy personality to put big tittied anime girls on your car. You know, I understand. I used to have a sweatshirt with Bulma on it from Dragon Ball Z. It was but it was a sweatshirt, right? It wasn't my car, but it was like an edited picture of Bulma, and she was in like a swimsuit, and she had big tits. That's the most I've ever done as far as like anime chicks. But on the car, You know, that's crazy shit. All right, I'm gonna hit the outro though. I'm gonna blow out some eardrums. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. If not next week on Tuesday, if not next week on Wednesday.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.
Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk. Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk.